Hi everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and we're back with another review, and today we're taking a look at, from the Transformers, The Last Night movie line. This is Deluxe Class Barricade, and I'd like to say hello to all my new viewers who are here strictly for the movie figures. Unfortunately, this will be the last movie figure for the foreseeable future, so I hope you stick around for my other non-movie Transformer reviews. I'm actually very excited about this figure. I completely hated the original Barricade. Wouldn't even touch it. The proportions were completely out of whack. The arms were like gorilla arms. No real discernible humanoid parts. When they redid the figure in Dark of the Moon, it was a much more palatable figure, but the arms are still completely out of whack. And here we are in The Last Night, and this looks like a more traditional Transformer figure with, some of the movie aesthetic, especially in the head. As you can see, Barricade is heavily loaded out. He has this great handgun. He has the wrist gun that I think is going to be his primary weapon in the movies, and a nightstick. The handgun and nightstick, as you can see, can peg into these slots right here on the leg, whereas the chain gun, when opened up, can peg into this port in the back, which will also be used in vehicle mode. Funny little thing about the nightstick, I did try. You can fake a Big Boss Man style, pose holding it like this, but unfortunately the actual baton part is a bit smaller than the hand grip, but I think you can actually also just, can you come up underneath? Because this is a square peg and a round hole. Let me see if I can do this here. Use both hands. Nope, but I think you can do it. Oh no, you can't even do it that way. You basically have to have them hold it just like that, which is kind of weird since, the square peg is on the handgun, but as you can see, it's a little thinner and stuff of that nature. One other note, when taking the figure out of the packaging, the heels are mistransformed for shipping. This is how you want them to look. The figure does actually have heels. There is that little bit of space, and this what will be the back bumper part comes up behind. Very sturdy. One thing you can also notice is that this has a very nice, deep, dark royal blue color, which I really like. Shows up a lot better than on the one-step changer that I previously reviewed. Does not have like the little faded in flames, but it's very nice instead of the traditional black and white cop look, police car look. So we'll just pause right now. I will get the figure ready and we'll start the transformation. Okay, I went ahead and returned the figure to a neutral pose to begin the transformation. It's not that tricky or difficult. Some parts to it can be a little bit of a pain. First step, what you want to do is flip up the hood there. That'll just slot into place. You can straighten out the head. It doesn't say you rotate the head, and so you don't want to do that. The next step is kind of interesting. You want to rotate the forearms in, and then rotate the fist so it's facing forward. Hopefully I'm rotating this the right way. I don't think I'm rotating the forearms the right way. I will correct that if that's the case, but you want the fist facing forward. Next, what you want to do is bring these side arm pieces down, and then go ahead and rotate the arms up. And yep, I screwed up the arms. You want to actually make sure, see that little slot right there? You want that facing out when you're transforming the figure. So you want to do that and have these little panels facing forward. So we're going to rotate the arm up like that, and we're just going to fix it. So you just have that slot facing forward, and you want the fist facing in the opposite direction, just like that. So really, when the arms are down like this, you want that mushroom cap to appear. So we're going to go now. This is where it gets a little tricky. You can see right there where my finger is, there is a hinge. Right now it's back. What you want to do, bring that forward, and then bring the arms down like so, and they will go in underneath the roof there, just like so, and the idea is the forearms will tab into the body, and you're going to have to play with it a little. You can, by the way, transform the figure with the weapons attached. I just find it a little bit easier to do it loose, and like I said, it does get a little tricky. And then there are tabs on the torso that will slot into pegs here on the arm. There you go. And you want to make sure you get that down and in just like so. It is a tight fit. It is a bit fiddly, but you can get it, and it works. So then what you do is go ahead and bring these side panels up, and there are little slots right there that will go into tabs on the figure. Don't worry if it doesn't stay in now. You're going to have to give it a little bit of that magic Transformers hug at the end. So we're going to come down to the feet, just flip those up, and then come around and rotate the legs in. And then what you want to do is, on the bottom here, collapse the ankles up so they're flush against the feet. And then these will sort of peg together, just like so. They don't, it's not the easiest thing to do. There you go. So make sure that legs are straight. Don't worry, that's not going to be the only thing holding the legs together, because now you're going to come up, bring this backpack up, flip out the doors, and then slide it down and back. There are some tabs here that will, on the feet, that will secure into slots on the back of the car. Unfortunately, the dark color kind of makes it hard to see. You might want to do one at a time. There you go, there's one, and there's the other. And then you just, basically the doors will come down, just like so. And you're basically having to do the Transformers hug, which I've discussed in previous interviews, where you just have to massage everything and pop things into place once everything is done, so it sits flush and perfect, and you have your finished car, just like that. Come back underneath here. You do have those slots in the forearms. I prefer to use the ones in the legs, and that's what you would be using if you were leaving the weapons in. Really, the nightstick is the more problematic, especially when you're folding in those arms. And then, as I mentioned, there are slots back here. Go ahead, tab them into the back, and there you have Barricade in its vehicle mode. The car does roll with the weapons in place. Hopefully I have yep, everything's lined up. Very nice. I like the translucent plastic used for the light bar. You have a windshield, so you can go in and see all the clear kibble. Some people were complaining about this open space. I don't mind. And, of course, there's the robot face. Not so much of a shell former. And I also do want to mention, in some early pictures of this figure, it was shown that this roof section could come off and form a riot shield. Now, it does pop on and off on a friction tab, but I did not see any place on the arm where to put it on. So I think there was a little finagling going on there. If I'm wrong, please let me know. We'll pause, and I'll give you my final thoughts. I'll be very blunt. If there's one figure you're going to get from the Wave 1 of the last night, it should be Barricade. He is the best deluxe figure released thus far. Berserker, as you saw in my previous review, can be a little bit fiddly even after multiple transformations. And while Barricade's arm transformation is a little bit of a pain, it's, nothing nearly as bad as Berserker. Definitely when these figures are released, I think they're on the 24th or 29th, definitely try to go out and get this figure right away. I don't know if it'll be repainted or re-released down the line. My gut tells me probably not, since the movie lines tend to be a little shorter. But it's a lot of fun, a lot of cool accessories, and it's a really cool little police car. This is your old pal Chuck for Barricade. We will see you next time.